What's happening, y'all? It's Nefertiti, and I'm back with another video. Oh, 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 oh. How you doing? What's up? What you drinking in your cup? I got a smoothie and fruit and vegetables, and you know.
Stop it. Get some help.
Anyways, get it together. What's up, y'all? How y'all doing? So, I'm drinking, look, it's like vegetables and fruit. And I know some of y'all are probably like, ew. It's actually really good. We be putting honey and like almond milk and vegetables, iced fruit, bananas, almonds? No. What is it? Avocados, etc. And I don't eat a lot of vegetables. I'm very picky. So with that being said, I put it in a shake so that way I still get my nutrients. Even though that has nothing to do with the video today. I just thought that y'all would want to know what I'm drinking. And maybe you might want to drink something healthy too. It's really good for you. But anyway, today I want to talk with you guys about not being afraid to do the purpose that God has put in your heart, or the dreams that God has put in your heart, because you think that you're not qualified. Do you know how many people in the world are not doing their purpose right now? How many people in the world are not living out their dreams because they don't feel like they are worthy enough, and they don't feel like they're qualified enough? Some people feel like because they have a disability that they just can't do it. There's some people that's in a wheelchair. There's some people that may have a speaking problem. There's some people who may be blind. There's some people who may not even have hands. There may be some people who don't have legs. I want to tell you today that you can do anything through Christ. There's nothing impossible through Christ. There's nothing impossible through God. And if you don't know who God is, I encourage you to go to God for yourself and ask Him to show you who He is, so that way you can get a relationship with Him. But I just want you guys to know that there's nothing too impossible. Don't look at your age. Don't look at your disability that you may have had. Don't look at how you speak. Don't look at none of that. Because if God gave it to you, that means He's going to give you the strength, the knowledge, the wisdom, and the guidance to do what you're supposed to do with that gift. Okay? And I'm going to expose myself. I stutter. You may not see this much because I edit my videos, but I stutter, y'all. And this is something that I've always been very insecure about, because I tend to talk a little bit too fast, and I need to slow down. My mind goes faster than my lips, and I need to slow down. But even when I slow down, sometimes I still stutter. And there's times where I'm like, Lord, I don't mind making videos, but pretty soon I know you're going to be having me on platforms talking to people, and I don't know if I want to do that, because I really be tongue-tied, and it'd be like everywhere. And whenever you're live, you're live. So whatever mistake you make. But I had to learn. God gave me this gift, so He's going to give me the knowledge, the strength, whatever it is I need to use it, right? So I want to give you guys an example. There's a scripture in the Bible about Moses. You guys remember Moses. For those of you who do know Moses, well, you guys will be able to reside, you guys will be able to follow along with the story. For those of you who do not know who Moses is, Moses was somebody that God called in the Bible to bring His people out of slavery. They were in slavery under the Egyptians, and God used a leader to lead them into the wilderness, to take them out of slavery, to take them into the promised land, the land that God had, that was full of, like plants and animals and milk and honey, just great things. It was prosperous. There's nothing that you needed in this land. Okay? Well, my boy Moses, he wanted to do what God wanted him to do, but he just didn't want to use his voice because Moses was tongue-tied. So I'm going to read to you guys what Moses said when God called him to go take His people out of Egypt. So this is Exodus 4. Exodus 4, verse 10 through 14. Okay? Follow along. So, verse 10. But Moses pleaded with the Lord, "O Lord, I am not very good with words. I never have been. and I'm not now. Even though you have spoken to me, I get tongue-tied and my words get tangled. Verse 11, then the Lord asked Moses, who makes a person's mouth? Who decides whether people speak or don't speak? Hear or do not hear? See or do not see? Is it not I, the Lord? Now go, I will be with you as you speak, and I will instruct you in what to say. And see, that should have been enough for Moses when God said, I'll be with you. But Moses still had doubt. So he said, but please, Lord, send somebody else. Send anyone else. Send anyone else. So what God did was use Moses' brother. What's his name? Yeah. So what God did was use Moses' brother Aaron. Okay, and Aaron would speak for Moses, but Moses would do everything else. You know, God, he would do the miracles to show that God's real, so people can, believe in God. But my thing to you is this, that don't let anything stop you. Don't let a disability stop you. Don't let none of that stop you. You can do it. Listen, guys, don't have regret. Don't not go for what you're supposed to go for and look back in 10 years and be like, I wish I would have did it. Or look back and be like, dang, how far could I have been if I would have just took that step out? You don't know where God's going to take you. Even if you feel like you're not as qualified, if you have to practice, do you see? If you have to practice a little bit more, then practice a little bit more. If you have to study a little bit more, then study a little bit more. But why I am encouraging you to do this is because there are so many people that will not move because they don't feel qualified. And if they see you do it, if they see that you're in a wheelchair and that you're still doing something, then they feel like they can do it. If they see that maybe you're 75 years old and you're still out there trying to live your purpose, then they believe that they can do it. Guys, don't allow the enemy to get in your head, because the enemy will tell you you're too old, you're not good enough, you don't sound good enough, you don't walk good enough, you don't talk good enough. He's always going to be in your ear telling you what you're not good at. But I'm telling you that if God gave it to you, then he wants you to use it, because you don't know how many people you're going to touch. Y'all, I've had my doubts doing this. This is a calling from God, okay? I've had my doubts doing these videos, and when y'all comment to me and you guys send me messages and stuff like that, and you tell me that you're doing better, and you tell me that watching my videos encourages you, that's a part of what keeps me going. What keeps me going is to know that I know that God wants to use me to make an impact. But also, when you guys send me the messages, I know I'm doing something right. Even if it's just one person. You don't know who you're going to impact. You don't know who you can help. So don't be afraid. Don't let fear stop you. Okay? You have to let faith take over. Because if you let fear stop you, you're going to let fear stop you in doing many things. Okay? Just know that God does not call the qualified. He qualifies the called. Okay? For a very long time, I had to learn that. When I was younger, I knew that God was calling me for music. And you guys will see, I'm going to post some more videos. I rap. And I used to sing too, but I want to get back into that. But I got to get my voice back together. Because, baby, I just stopped singing for years. But I knew he was calling me into music. But I didn't feel ready yet. Okay? And I knew that he was calling me to make an impact in the world with my voice. But I didn't feel ready yet because I was still living in the world. Excuse me. Because I was still living in the world. I was still doing whatever I wanted to do. Living however I wanted to live. And I'm like, I can't do this now because I'm not even living right. And I'm not about to sit here and be a hypocrite and sit here and speak to people knowing dang well I ain't right. Or I'm not about to sit here and get in front of people and sing a song and do this and sing it. Because God told me if you're going to sing, you guys sing for me. I'm not about to sit here and sing gospel songs knowing that I'm not living right. And for the longest, y'all, for years, I would not pick up my gift. For years, I wouldn't do it because I'm like, well, I'm not right. As I'm going through the process now, I realized that, dang, I should have been picked it up, because through the process, I am growing. I'm growing through the process. I thought that I had to become perfect before I started. No, God perfects you through the process. He molds you through the process. Are you going to make mistakes? Yes. Understand that there's going to be ups and downs to anything that you do. But you have to keep your faith, and you have to stay strong, and you have to stay positive. You have to speak positive. You have to find scriptures in the Bible, and you have to stand on them words, and you have to meditate and remember them words over and over again. You have to speak life into yourself, that you can do it. One thing I tell you guys a lot is that the gift that you have is not for you. It is not for you. It is for somebody else. It is. I don't care. You don't have to be on the camera to use your gift. You can be a mechanic. And the people that come into your shop, or the people that you go do their car and you're working on their car, God uses your hands and He's touched your hands, and you have a gift with your hands. You can still minister to people, to the people that come. You can still minister to people, to your customers. God uses many, many different gifts. You don't have to be on the camera for God to use you. Even if you're a person in the background, even if you're a person that likes technology, and you like to create movies, or you like to create games, whatever it is that you do, please, I promise you that God did not just give it to you for no reason. Even if there's people around you that does not do what you do, that's okay. He gave it to you for a reason. Pick your gift up. Perfect it. Work on it. Do you know that the people that are really good at what they do right now are not that good just because they were born great at it? They have to practice and practice and practice and practice. Singers, people who sing and people who are into music, they don't just come out on stage sounding that good. They have to warm their voice up. Some of them have to drink tea first. And a lot of them have a vocalist. And they have a vocalist while they're not on stage, while they're not in front of the camera. They are learning how to control their notes. They are learning how to use their stomach. They're learning how to become a better singer. They're learning how to carry their notes in a better way. They're learning how to perfect their gift. So I want to encourage you that you may not be the greatest at what you do right now, but if you know for a fact in your heart that what you have inside of you is something that you're supposed to use, I encourage you to work on it. Just work on it. Just do it. You have to start somewhere. If you don't start somewhere, you're not going to get to where you're supposed to go. You're not. If you keep on taking your time, let me tell you something. Disobedience brings delay. And again, I can only speak for myself. There's so many times in my life where I have been disobedient to God, and it has delayed all of the great things that I could have done. You see me on the camera, y'all, I could have been further a long time ago. I've been making these videos for a very long time. I was making videos on Facebook. I got into a relationship and I let it, distract me, and I stopped making my videos. I let people get into my ear telling me I'm not a good singer, and I stopped singing. And God spoke to me and told me He gave me the gift of singing. He told me that, but I didn't listen to what He said. I listened to what other people said, and I allowed the negativity that other people say to bring me down. Before, when I used to sing, I was a good singer, but I wasn't a great singer. I still had a lot of practice. I still had to learn how to control my notes. I still had to learn how to do a lot of things. I had to learn how to breathe, and I wasn't doing that, I was for a while. I would come home and I would practice for about 2-3 hours a day, sing constantly until I got the song down pat. But when I would listen to the people that told me that I wasn't good enough, that's not my thing, that I should just let it go, I believed them, and I stopped. And now I'm 27 years old, and I still have a desire, and I still have a passion for singing. And so now I have to pick my gift back up, y'all. Now I got to get my piano out, and I got to go sing again, and I got to get my voice back together, so that way I can sing and do what God desires for me to do. But my whole thing is that God gave you what you have for a reason. Even if you have the same gift as somebody else, you may do it different than they do it. You may reach different people than they're reaching. You know what I mean? You matter. Your gift matters. Don't allow don't allow any limits to stop you. Whatever you can do, do. Start wherever you can. If you're not ready to show the world what you're doing right now, keep on practicing until you're ready. But I promise you that here's the thing. Here's what God does. He is going to present opportunities to you. He does it to me a lot, and I know that He's going to do it for y'all too. He's going to present opportunities for you, whether you're ready or not. So that's why it's very important that you begin to work on what you have to work on now and just start perfecting it and start getting ready now. Even if you mess up and stuff like that, get better, do what you have to do to learn. If you need a tutor, if you need someone to help you or teach you, do what you got to do to get that help to become better. Because you don't want an opportunity to come past and you just have to pass it up because you're not ready. It'd be better that you practice at home every day behind closed doors and be ready when the opportunity comes than not be ready when it comes. It's better to be ready. Just be ready. Get ready. God has something great for you. He's going to really use you. He's going to use you to impact people. It's going to bless people and it's going to bless you. I promise you guys that. Stay tuned. I love you guys. Stay blessed. God bless you. See you again in the next video later. All right. Bye.